Hey there, fellow colonists, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector, Ashes of the Domain. Episode 55, Second Wave of AI Inspectors. I want to talk a little bit about the different ways you can find a biofactory embryo, because I haven't actually covered all the ways that are possible. And my plan for this stream is to spend maybe the first 2 hours doing an exhaustive search, and if I really come up dry, I do plan on using, like, cheats to edit it. Because it's not interesting and entertaining to search beyond a certain amount. So there's a few different ways that I haven't really done a lot of. One is like alpha core tech mining, which I intend to do. So I'm going to be colonizing planets that have ruins and tech mining the hell out of them to try to blow through the, because the first few cycles of tech mining gives you the best yield. And what I'm hoping to do is to find the biofactory embryo or blueprint for it in some sort of ruin somewhere. Another thing that we mentioned last stream was to go to the high-risk zones. The ones that are guarded by, like, remnant. Because the systems with a lot of remnants tend to have a lot of ruins, pre-collapsed facilities, and the like. So that's a pretty good place to search as well. And then there is an NPC, the historian NPC. That is less reliable, but basically it's an NPC that you can give money to, and they can tell you the location of certain blueprints or items. There's no telling whether they're going to offer the biofactory embryo. And then there's one other spot, which is the tech cache that we have, because it could be in a tech cache. So accepting technology cache missions and defending the tech cache guards is another way to get the biofactory embryo. Alright. So, yeah, long and short, that's what's going on. We are at the point where we want to continue the restoration of the coronal wormhole, I think. Because, if I'm not mistaken, that's the last thing we need in order to raise our industries up significantly. So, let's also do that while we do everything else. You know, we're going to be busy. So, continue restoration. And for the restoration, we need a little bit more refined metals. No, we don't. I misread that. We are producing 180. We only need 120. We don't have enough purified transmutonics. So I think what I'm going to do is raise the laser strength up to 10%. And then purify the transmutonics, which will raise the cost a little bit, but it will be able to supply a full supply for the coronal wormhole. So let's talk about the other tasks that I intend to take and embark on. One was to, and I'm just selling here in the open market, I don't care. One was to start colonizing planets that have ruins. So it's going to look something like this, where we are going to grab... Oh, I'm at Dolio. Yes. All right, let's go over to Nabla. I'm going to grab my AI cores and start to colonize ruins that have, or planets that have ruins, and using AI cores as governors, and also AI cores to boost the tech mining process. Which also means that, at least temporarily, I'm planning on reducing my alpha core usage elsewhere, so that I have the alpha cores to be used, for colonization purposes. And the reason for the biofactory embryo is the research I need to unlock all blueprints for all colony items requires a biofactory embryo. So it requires a biofactory embryo, pristine nanoforge, and a synchrotron core, and I have the other two things. In fact, I even know how to manufacture the other two things. So I saw the question, what can I manufacture? If we go to items, I can make combat drone replicator, synchrotron core, and pristine nanoforge, and those are the only things I can do. So I need a biofactory embryo, and that will unlock basically everything thereafter. So one of the first zones that I'm going to colonize is Magmelon here. And these are temporary planets. I don't intend to keep them. But regardless, I could raffle them off anyway. So raffle timer for Magmelon is up. And here's the plan. I'm not even planning on building a spaceport. I don't want these planets to grow. Once they grow past size 4, you can't abandon them. And I fully intend to abandon them. So I don't even want a spaceport because I don't want growth. I actively do not want growth. But what I do want is tech mining. And then once the tech mining's built, I will stick an AI core in there. So I had 6 alpha cores, so I can colonize 3 planets with like boosted AI cores in their tech mining. So let's take a look at our planet list. Sort by distance. And we've got Morum in Lilac. But I don't want to colonize Morum because Lilac is a remnant system. And that's going to be like needlessly dangerous. So then we have Beta Cades. Where are some other ruins? Morax. Mazu. Jabitaji. There is 2 different places at Jabitaji. So maybe that's my next destination. So I'll colonize 2 more planets at Jabitaji, because let's double check, but I think Jabitaji has 2 separate ruins. So there's ruins at Maida. Did I have this wrong? I thought there were 2 ruins here. Okay, no, I must have had this wrong. I don't see another set of ruins here. Alright, let's keep looking then. So Marax has 1, but just 1. I'd like to couple them together. Mazu has only 1. Forget Jabitaji. The black hole has 1, 2, 3 planets. Okay, let's go to the black hole then. Can I gift these tech mining planets to other factions? No, that's not a thing you can do in vanilla. You can gift planets in Nexrelin, but I don't have Nexrelin, so it's not something I can do here. So again, I'm planning on abandoning them once the tech mine is exhausted. And we'll do another tech mine. And I think what I'll do is I'll colonize, so the tech cache is in here, so maybe I'll clear the tech cache as well. Maybe I'll colonize all 3 planets in the system, and then pull some of the alpha cores that I have at like Dolio out. So we'll have 4 new planets with alpha core boosted tech mines. And then after that, it really depends on the ETA for the colony threat. 62 days. So yeah, I probably only have enough time to do this before I have to deal with the inspection fleet. Imagine living on a planet orbiting a black hole. Yeah, it would be pretty frightening, I'd imagine. I would not want that at all. Oh, I should have avoided the nebula. I should have just used gravity wells to do this quicker, but whatever. Oh, I don't have enough heavy machinery. I'm out. I'm 25 short of what I need. It's fine. I can use the gravity well of the black hole to whip my way back to Tarshish. And the ETA for the inspection fleet is 52 days, so I've got plenty of time. So here in Nabla, there's only the High Command Alpha Core that I could pull out, and I really don't want to, given the inspection fleets that's coming in. It wouldn't make sense to diminish my defense force right before they have to defend against big threats. So I'm not going to bother doing that. And the giveaway timer. So first planet is going to be Major Mildew. And again, reminder, these are like temporary planets, so. Apologize when they get abandoned. We have Cowley the planet. Stochastic Turtle the planet. And Scorpio, thanks for the gifted subs. And then the last planet to be colonized will be, I'll re-roll that, Neuron. Although, yeah, Nightbot got around to it. Alright, colony info. We are going to pull the Alpha Core out of the artisanal population. Put a Gamma Core in there. That seems like a big old downgrade, but so be it. Alright, where is the gravity well for this last planet? And then I also probably want to get the tech cache. So it's this planet around this giant. No, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, cool. So we got our planets. While I'm here, I'm just going to check the bars for said planets. Looking for the historian, but I don't think the historian would be in one of these bars anyway. The chance of that are rather low. And, cheers. Right, actually got to set up the tech miner, don't I? And we have 19 days left at Major Mildew until I can start to install the AI core. And then maybe we'll swing over to the tech cache, because the tech cache I have the embryo, if I'm lucky. And we are 23 days out from the inspection, so maybe what I'll do is I'll gear up for the inspection first. Oh, information about a new pre-collapse facility in Labrax. I also looked it up, that there is 50 pre-collapse facilities, so I know of 41 out of 50. So there's like the one I just learned about here, which I'll hit as important. So there's like 10 facilities that we don't know about. And, you know, I'm going to hit that tech cache now. I'm just too curious. But I would probably say that research stations, orbital stations, mining stations might be just as good of a source of the potential biofactory embryo as anything else. Wow, that is a really tiny fight. Whatever. I'm surprised that tech cache is so lightly guarded with, like, what, 2 fulgence? I mean, that's a joke. And a scintilla? I could easily solo this, I just wanted to go quick. So, once the inspection fleet's done, I can have you guys... I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to make contact with the historian. Because initially the historian's not going to offer me anything sexy, like colony items. But after a few interactions with the historian, they might reveal the location of a biofactory embryo. So I want to kick off that chain. So I am going to take the AI core for myself. Sorry, Tritech. And this came with lots of really good blueprints. You know, my 4th Paragon blueprint. And Alpha Core and a orbital fusion lamp. But sadly, not the biofactory embryo. Literally the only colony item I have left to find. Just because, you know, screw my luck, I think. Ah! Well, I guess I'll slipstream back. And the fleet ETA is 11 days. Oh, an arid world? I'll accept that. I might let it time out, but arid worlds are more likely than average to have ruins. So one of these alpha, or actually, no, I need all 4 of these alpha cores. Did I miscount? I must have miscounted. So we're just waiting for Major Mildew to build the tech mining, and then I can install these cores. So that the production is boosted. There we go. Major Mildew's production is done. Look at the colony, and assign an AI core, and increases fines by 25% is why we're installing that. So that I can ramp up my fines faster than, you know, leaving it to... it's worth the boost. And then once the 4 planets that we have colonized here exhaust their supply, I can abandon them and set up 4 more. And I intend to do this for like 2 hours-ish to try to find the biofactory embryo, and then after 2 hours, I'm just going to cheat it in. So here's the first search. Oh, whoops. Where we got this stuff. We got a gamma core off of it, but not exactly what we were looking for. Monthly expenses mostly went to the coronal hypershunt tab. So we take a look at the megastructure, and we are at a whopping 72% capacity. So the other thing I would like to do is, while we wait for that, we have a hypershunt receiver here in Tarshish. We do not have a hypershunt receiver in Blazing Rock, King Glass, or New Guan, or, you know, for the other systems. So that might be something to do when after the AI inspection fleet comes in, is to set up all the other planets with taps. And if we're looking for additional taps, oops, didn't mean to pick that up. One way to get taps pretty regularly is restoring the Aegis system. So if you read the tooltip of the Aegis system, and I know my head's a little bit in the way, also primary scans showcase that in this room there might be a few hypershunt taps, perhaps stored to be used once infrastructure was properly built. That's what that says. Which means, and it also reduces the upkeep by 10%. So if we want more taps for the other systems, this is the place to search. Now with that in mind, if we take a look at those other systems, New Guan has a nav buoy. So given that New Guan has a nav buoy, New Guan could I could swap that nav buoy out for hypershunt tap. So hypershunt tap is... I don't have the materials for it right now. So I'm not going to worry about that because the colony threat is arriving in 2 days. So I'm just going to sit here. Actually, I'm going to move over to Dolio and ramp my fleet up so that not only am I defending against hegemony, but like I'm defending in such a way where it's like, haha, you thought you could fight me? But while we're heading over to Dolio, I'm just going to grab some of the random junk. Oops. Some of the random junk that we have in storage here, so I can sell it at Dolio. Some of the, like... Because Dolio has an open market. And we have enough crew. Perfect. Did I ever search the Huma cluster? Not fully, no. I don't think. Let me check. Oh, no, I have. But not the kitten cluster. Surveying really hasn't been high up on my priority list. And I don't think I'm going to pull for it, because I have my own self-prescribed standing orders. Alright, some of the other tech mining is getting done. So, Cowleys, Turtles, and Neurones is almost done. So as soon as this AI inspection fleet is destroyed, I'll head over there and install the cores. So they're coming to inspect Dolio, and I intend to intercept. The Cryo Revival facility also just got built, so let's go ahead and start reawakening process of Arc. With the Arc being in our solar system, we can start reawakening process. Due to the capacity of people being in cryosleep, this will make the colony grow to size 8. It'll take 400 days to complete. Size 8, if you're wondering, if I go to the planets overlay, go to inhabited and sort by size, there is only one size 8 planet in the entire galaxy, which is the hegemony capital, Chico Matzak. So Dolio is going to rival the largest world in the galaxy at the end of this. Here we go. Inspection fleets. Join the battle. And I have basically no deployment points. So the battle is including the high-tech Star Fortress that we have guarding Dolio. Had you not gonna like this? They already hate me. We're already at war. So we're gonna be more at war, I guess. But to be honest, they are the TLDR of the hegemony. I mean, they're literally called hegemony. Is like might mix right. You know, the Tritech Corporation is like profits make are you know, they're like Tolati. You know, every faction has their own. You know, the Sindrian are the fuel barons, and the Pathers are the zealots, the church are the religious. And in this case, like, the hegemony only really will listen to me if I beat their fleets up. So I could have done this with my transponder off, but I feel like that defeats the purpose. I want them to know I beat up their fleets. I don't want to do it as if I'm some sort of proxy. It's like, no, I was directly involved. I killed your troops. You showed up on my doorstep, and I castle doctrined you to death. The issue here is I have to avoid shooting my own gargoyles. The, like, little floating guardians of the station here. And I'll be focusing on trying to take out their onslaughts, because I think their onslaughts have the firepower to actually do real damage to our Star Fortress, and I'd preferably not lose a Star Fortress in this defense, because the Star Fortress would be disrupted for a few months, and Dolio would be rendered not defenseless, because there's still like picket fleets and other fleets, but it wouldn't be great. I have enough points for an ally. Oh, that Legion is getting a little risky. As you can see, I'm like ignoring all the others. Haha, I fortress shielded for that. Just to blow up that onslaught. The other onslaught's like completely in my face, trying to like keep its friend alive. It's a little sketchy. I thought I could blow it up, but it's like at no life at all, backing up. And I had to vent, but it's dead. So now I can focus on the annoying one that was in my face. I don't mind. Oh, my engine's got knocked out. I don't mind a little blood, sweat, and tears shed to blow up some hedge troops. That's fine by me. What's my take on high-tech versus low-tech? They're about equivalent. It really depends on the sort of like rocks, paper, scissors mechanics. What I can say is midline sucks. So like whether you go high-tech or low-tech is fine. Just don't touch midline, because midline fortresses are terrible. And they just lost all of their capital ships, so now it's just me. Yes, the update did drop. I was talking about that in the pre-stream. Some nice balances and quality of life stuff. But I don't know what the added threat thing is in its patch notes. Apparently there's some new colony threat or some threat. I don't know. Alright, claim victory. I'm gonna pursue. I don't really want their ships, so I'll take their crap. And the Independents apparently had a bounty here, which we took advantage of. So there's another... Okay. There's an allied... Oh, God. This fleet is gonna get smoked. Look at my allies versus the enemies. They're so done. So I'll put myself in. But yeah, they are so outnumbered. It's too bad. I feel like I designed my own ships better than like the random, you know, I don't need random hull hounds and Cerberuses, but when you're doing a joint battle, you have to deal with that kind of stuff. Suppose it's fine. Of course, my ship hasn't had time to recover armor since last fight, so the starboard side of my ship is still all busted up. Where are they? They are taking their sweet time approaching the front. Watch it, Sunder. Yo, Sunder. Okay. Here we go. Here's something to actually shoot at. What is interesting is because I highlighted certain weapons to be deployed on our capital ships, on our Paragons. Or, nope, sorry, Sunder. The Paragons that we're using, like the automatic deployment Paragons, look very similar to ones I've designed. With the auto pulse lasers and all that. They followed the doctrine correctly. What's interesting is their legions are built differently. One has hypervelocity drivers, the other one has Mark 9s. They're not copies of one another. I think I blew its engines out. Well, there goes one legion. I think they had, what, 2 legions and an onslaught? So I don't think they... Oh, wow. We just blew up that, torpedo just in time. Come on, Legion. You want to fight? I might want to tell that Sunder to retire. I think it actually just retreated. Speak of the devil, right? But it's not in my direct control, so I only really have the deployment points for my own capital ship here, so I'm not even bothering to issue orders to anyone else, because these ships aren't my ships. I can't tell them to do really anything. I am not, surprisingly enough, the commander. Similar to, I guess, Mountain Blade. If you're familiar with Mountain Blade, if you join someone else's fight, you just have your own troops in the fight, but you don't control the attack, retreats, etc. You're just joining in. I thought they had 3 capital ships. I have only blown up 2. I don't know where the 3rd is. Guess we'll just cut through them until they're dead. Yeah, in a way, this is actually very similar to Mountain Blade. It's like Mountain Blade in space. Oh, there's the Legion. You know, in Mountain Blade, you control one person and one squad, but there's other armies and your empire building. I mean, there's a lot of similarity in terms of the fundamental game mechanics and designs. Yeah, you're very smart, Cerberus. Absolutely full pressure on this thing. I just like floored it straight into them. Well, that should be victory. I don't think they have enough ships to warrant me continuing to fight. I guess they have a few, but like they have 0 chance to. Oh no, there's another. I thought there was another Legion coming in, but it was the debris of the Legion. Ah, there it is. Victory. Join in the pursuit. Actually, I'll just let them go. Okay, the inspection failed. We killed 2/3 of their ships. As a result of that, of course, the hedge hates me, but that's fine. I knew what I was getting into. And now, the plan is to install cores in the tech mines and look for the historian. And then after the historian, I'm going to have you guys decide how else I should look for a biofactory embryo, whether going to pre-collapse facilities or remnant systems or survey ruins, something like that. Oh, also, I wanted to set up the taps too. So about that, I'm gonna take 150 of the domain grade machinery. It's probably more than I need. And then let's pare down the fleet a little bit, leaving behind the ships we don't need. We don't need such a big armada anymore. So this is standard armada now, which is big. Big enough to like be left alone by most annoyances, but you know, affordable for running costs. And we're headed over to the black hole. So, in terms of colony threats, there is one more AI inspection due. You end up getting 3 waves, so we've dealt with 2 of the 3 waves. I guess while I'm here, I'll check the bars. Military bounties for my own faction? Nope. And then after this, we can hit up a stable point to see what the tap cost is. I believe it's 1,000 refined metals. That's what we have left to set up. There we go. 4 tech mines with 4 AI cores running the tech mines. And I should see income in about 6 days. Cali is negative growth? Yes, intentionally. I don't want them to grow. If the grow path's 4, I can't abandon them, and I intend to abandon them. So, 1,000 metals, yes. And only 100 domain-grade machinery. I bought 150, so I have more than I need, but got it. Alright, so let's go get 1,000 metals, and the planet that makes metals is Raveno. Raveno makes refined metals, and I don't believe anywhere else. So we're going to have to go over to Raveno real quick, which means going to Gamma Piscum first. How much does colony size affect colony profit? Well, the size is supply and demand. So when you have more people, you have more demand for things. And trading those things and producing those things is more money. So we're definitely going to see Dolio's profits go up as a result, if that's what you're wondering. Production report. Nothing interesting. And then the monthly expenses. I'm going to leave it to be restored continually. I think we're at 88%, so we're likely to hit 100% before end of month. And I can also take it upon myself once I install the tap to... Well, oh, here's a question. I think I am going to install the tap here at Beta Vigri. Yeah. That means I need an alpha core. So Orbital Fleet Works, give me that core. Because we need to create a stable location. And I think I only have 1 in this... No, I have 2 in this system, so I don't believe I can interact with the star to make another one. I have to create a stable point with Ashes of the Domains method. Yeah. Okay, so we'll do that. So that is here, create a stable location, and that needs 100 electronics. Got it. And then I believe it used up my domain grade machinery. So what colonies produce that? Do I have to go all the way back? Yeah, only Nabla produces it. Okay. Well, let's use the lovely Bifrost Gate. That will bring us straight to Dolio, at least. And Parasitum. Thank you for the resub. I feel bad leaving the local defense force over there dealing with that nonsense that I just dodged. I didn't, like, actively try to avoid it, but that was the consequence of my actions. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector, Ashes of the Domain, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow captains.